So have you ever just like picked up your phone, and unlocked it and just wondered how could I possibly make this thing even more distracting and annoying? Well, if you did, fear not, because Glance is a new app coming to the US in the next 2 months. And the purpose of this app is scary and disgusting. So basically, this is a lock screen. Of course, this is also known as screen zero in mobile programming. It is the first thing you ever see. This is before you unlock the phone. This is your lock screen. Now, so what Glance is gonna do is it's an app that you're gonna be able to install, but it's not really an app people will be installing. I would say it's probably an app that's gonna come pre-installed on some phones. Because that way you get around some restrictions of just how much data you can collect and as such things. So basically, it's gonna be an app that is gonna be serving you ads on your lock screen. Now, they are sort of advertising this as a full platform, so you'll have videos, games, ads. Like you don't know what's gonna be paid content and what's not gonna be paid content. Maybe possibly everything is just gonna be ads. They have there are some examples of some crypto games, like a quiz, like what has made more returns in this year, Bitcoin or gold. So a cryptocurrency app could probably try to get you on their platform for something like that, and yeah. Oh man, this is honestly one of like the scariest and most disgusting things I have read. Period. Just I have read. So CEO Tawari says that consumers will move away from seeking content to consuming what is shown to them. So just to make life a little bit easier for you. We're gonna make it so you can't pick your own food that you're gonna be eating anymore. You're just gonna eat whatever I'm gonna give you. Okay, that's how I understand that thing, at least. So super great. Also, I can't believe Google is apparently an investor in Glance. Fantastic, absolutely wonderful. And then they have some big companies such as Xiaomi and Samsung as partners. Now, this could make sense for like really, really low-end phones, because technically you could bring the price down even a little bit more because you pre-install this app, you're gonna be making the money off of the user, so you can sort of charge less for the device. So Amazon, for instance, famously does this with their products such as the Fire tablet, the Echo Dot, and stuff like that, because that stuff really is just dirt cheap. Amazon is not making money off of you when you buy like a Fire tablet or an Echo Dot. The whole thing there is to just sell you the product, either at a loss or like just breaking even, because they just want you in their ecosystem. So, let's say you have now your little speaker, your Echo Dot. They want you to use the functionality such as like, oh, hey, yeah, order some freaking detergent and like groceries and stuff like that, because now they're going to be getting margins from every single thing that you buy. And if everything that you buy is from Amazon, they're going to be making a lot of money. So, this could be sort of a similar way, you just pre-install this thing on devices. People are constantly looking at ads, so you're getting ad revenue money. So, maybe a phone costs like, I don't know, $200 normally without something like this, and maybe you could sell it for $100. Kind of cool, but I mean, also like the mental implications of this thing, in my opinion, like we're already struggling with like being on our phones too much, and as soon as you have like some little distraction, you're just like, okay, I just look at your phone, just so you like move away. Just like, yeah, don't think about that, right? It's just, I don't know. It's pretty bad. So the app will, of course, be able to serve a ton of personal data to advertisers. They're saying they're gonna have really great details, such as your location, what you like, what you don't like, everything. you know, which is great. And the bad thing as well is, you know, this is the sort of an app that will come pre-installed on some devices probably. And if you pre-install some apps, you know, some crapware, as people call it, on devices, you have sort of different rules than if you have to download an app from like an app store, like Google Play Store, for example. So, you know, you can just harvest way more data, you know, like usage patterns, like everything. You can just get everything, you know, especially with something like that, you know, like you can just build a person off of this data. Then they can use that data to target you with more data, and, you know, they just tell you what you like and what you want to do, which, you know, if you're fine with it, that's totally fine. But, you know, definitely is pretty scary. So I don't know what to say about this, man. I'm just it's literally scary to me. So if this would become the norm, which is not like, people would be way too outraged for this. Like, people, like, if this would, you know, like actually become a thing, I would just use old phones or custom ROMs, custom OSs on my phones, because like this is just unreal. Like, how are you gonna be able to get anything done when every single time you're gonna be unlocking your lock screen to check if you have some, I don't know, emergency notifications, or checking your time? Every time you are gonna be presented with a discover page of like targeted, engaging content, you know, you're basically gonna be opening up TikTok and whatever you want every single time, you know. So I just see it as like, oh, let me just check the time. Oh, well, this seems interesting. Okay, yeah. And, you know, like 20 minutes go by and you're like, no, I gotta do this thing. And, you know, then you get like a little message notification. You're like, oh, what was that about? Oh, look at this story. Wow, this is so interesting. And like an hour goes by and you're like, oh my God, I don't have time. So pretty bad. You know, so this article is on Ars Technica. I would, you know, recommend it if you like want to like feel sick, or you know, if your day is going too well. I would really recommend this.